Okay, hello and welcome back everyone into the second video over this series of tutorial where we learn how to build a membership management application. So in the last video, we learned about how we can make tables inside Five, and we made this members table that we see in front of us. Now today we're going to learn about how we can attach this table to a form. But before that, let me just run the application first and show it to you what our currently what our app looks like. So we click on the run button on the header bar, and from the spinner you can see Five starts loading up a local application in your machine. And bam. So this is what our app looks like right now. I know it's very fascinating. We do have a header bar on top, which is given to us by Five by default, as well as this sidebar. So your sidebar is the area where your menu items will appear. For example, let's say if you build a form and you add as a menu item, so you will be able to see a form over here. So if you click on that, and your forms will appear in your application. We'll talk more about menu items later in this video, but for now, let me just exit the application. And now let's attach this table to a form. So in order to make a form inside Five, we simply click on visuals and then we click on form wizard. Now inside the wizard, we select the table as our data source, and you'll notice as soon as I do that, Five automatically fills in most of my information for me. So it has its name, its action ID, and page navigation, and it even being added as a menu item. Let's click on next now, and now most of my information is again filled in for me by Five. So essentially what Five is telling me that is I'll have a form with these 4 fields: name, email, phone, and date. And with these captions, yes, I can select the display types over here. So we have text, integers, and dates, but I'll just keep things as normal, and we'll just quickly click on save. Once I'm done building a form, if I click on visuals and then forms, I can access my form again from over here. So if I click on that, if I click on pages and then general, and then again fields, I get to see all of my fields. Okay, so now let me just run the application and let's see what this small change has and how this small change has affected our end user application. Okay, so first things first, you see we do have a menu item on the left called as members. And now we have this interface through which I can actually populate my table. So if I click on add item, so I get all of my 4 fields here. And as you can see that since the name and email were required fields, they have this little asterisk on them as well. So let's start by typing my name. I'll call it Pranoy. Then my email is pranoy@5.co. Let's give it a phone number 123456789. And now I can pick a date, which can easily be done by clicking on this icon over here. And now Five gives me a date and time picker. Now this is done absolutely by default. That's because we selected date as a data type. Now let's select 28th September and let's click on save. And now you see I get my record in front of me over here. Let's add in one more. I'll call this one John Doe. John@email.com. And this time his number can be 987654321. And again, let's select a date. And let's click on save. As you can see, I have both of my records here. If I click on my Pranoy, I'll get details of Pranoy, and if I click on John Doe, I'll get details of John. So it works just like a form that we built in a couple of minutes. Okay, so that's it for today's video. In the next video, we're going to talk about forms more in depth, and we can talk about how we can create more complicated forms. Till then, make sure to like and subscribe for more future tutorials. Until then, thank you everyone, and see you all very soon.